Hello, and welcome to Let Me Bore You to Sleep. It really is Let Me Bore You to Sleep. Really? Yeah, really. Oh. So hey, it is Monday, the 22nd of September, 1992. Wouldn't that be lovely, wouldn't it? 22 years old. Oh, yum, yum, yum. That'd be so nice to be back to that age. Would it though? I don't know. Would it? Would it? Possibly. The thing is, going back to that age, I would then have that mindset. I would have that experience. I would have those limitations. Yeah, I don't think I would fare too well in my current life position if I was back there, like with that mindset, because I possibly would get into trouble. Because I couldn't. Mind you, I mean, I lived in London, so I couldn't have been too bad because I got by, but I was definitely less controlled verbally back then. I wasn't a bad lad, I just I don't know, I just used to get in trouble sometimes for things that I said. Sometimes I got in trouble. So yeah, let me bore you to sleep. This is Monday's Boring Objects. Please only listen when you can safely close your eyes. It is currently 15:31 o'clock UK time, so that's 3:31. And my website is letmeboreyoutosleep.com and also jasonnewland.com. They're both... What? Early upgrade. Your contract ends, this is from my Broadband. Your contract ends on the 13th of the 11th, 2025. But don't forget you're still eligible for an early upgrade. Call us today to choose your new 24-month plan. You'll need your broadband number when you call. You'll find it above. Oh, this is for the broadband, okay, because I've got both my phone and my broadband. Wow, 2 years has gone by already. Wow. Oh. Ooh. So if I don't upgrade, if I don't, I mean, does that mean they're going to charge me more? I'm confused. So it's offering me 4G home broadband, £16 a month, increasing to £18 a month from April 2026. And then £20 a month from April 2027. I don't know about that. It's like £2 a month extra each year. So based on that, right, to 2027, I'll be 56. So, the £2 a year. I'm just trying to work this out. This is bad, isn't it? It shouldn't be that complicated, really. £16 a month now. £2 a year. So it's £20 every 10 years, like extra per month, which is 200 and, well, no, it's £24 extra a year, isn't it? But I'm sure it'll probably go up higher. So I think it's £24. So it'll be 16 plus 20. So it'll be £36 a month in 10 years' time. £36 a month in 10 years' time. £56 a month in 20 years' time. £76 a month in 30 years' time. £96 a month in 40 years' time. And £116 a month in 50 years' time. £116 a month is going to cost me for my broadband when I'm 105. It just seems a lot of money. I'm just looking forward, looking forward to those dates, and maybe £116 a month isn't going to be a lot of money in 50 years. I don't know. So what happens if I don't phone them up? Will they just continue and then charge me more? Because I've got both my contract, my mobile phone, and not the phone but the contract, and the broadband connected together. It's like paying, it cost me £54 or £56 a month. Which means I must be paying 30. See, I'm sure I was paying £20 a month for the broadband, so they're giving it to me at a cheaper price. But that's a phone call. I'm never going to get that time back, am I? And that's going to be a phone call to someone who, it might be an automated system, so it might not even be a human that I talk to, which in some ways could be better than talking to a human, but it depends. They don't always seem to understand these bots, these answering machines, services, telephone, AI, whatever they're called. They don't always seem to understand my language. Now, I thought I was fairly clearly spoken. I'm no elocution expert. My dad is, and he did that for a living. He spent like 40 years rewiring people's houses. But I kind of feel that I speak fairly clearly. I don't pronounce every single word correctly and every syllable precisely, possibly. But I thought it'd be, kind of okay for a system like that. And then there's the thing where, it's just with the internet and stuff, they don't take into consideration the different countries, because we do with the date, we do it different to how America does it. and how maybe other countries do it. So we do it the day first, then the month, then the year, which seems like it's like the correct way to do it, just because that's just all I've known. However, from a numeral, it's kind of doing it month first, then day, then year. That makes sense in a spreadsheet. As far as, you do that and everything kind of fits together. But then you get into trouble when you got like, if it's the 1st of August 2025, so we put 1/8/2025 or 25. But if you put 8/1/25, that's the 8th of January. Completely different date. Do you see what I mean? It's just, you'd think in a modern world where communication is so important that we'd all kind of be on the same page with this stuff. But no. So, important dates in America, someone, let's say some events have, what's this? Are marked just by a date. And the same in this country, like, what is it? Battle of Trafalgar, was it 1066, or was that where the bakery burnt their buns? I know it was something 1066. You all right, Vinny? He's so greedy. He's eating on a snack, but he's literally swallowed it before he's chewed it. Bless him. He's a bit like a snake trying to eat a giraffe, Apart from, well, it's nothing like it's nothing like that at all. I don't know why I even said that. I hope that the podcast situation with Apple Podcasts is now sorted. I hope. I've tested the links on my website, which, in fact, I need to make changes. I do. Right, so wait a second. Pages. Online store, pages, Apple Podcasts. So I need to open that up, view the page, click on it, copy the... No. Copy the page, then go back and add, blimey, where is it? Preferences, no. Oh, home. Where is it? Online store. I think I'm going to have to open up that. All right, that's it. And then it can give me, I can add to the menu. Where's the menu? Anyone? Menu? I don't know. Where's the menu? So I come out of there. There's got to be a menu somewhere. Content, menus. There we go. Main menu. So add a menu item. So, oh, nope. Apple Podcasts. Pages. Apple Podcasts. Apple, right, it'd be that one, I think. Save. I realise you can't see what I'm doing here, but I just want to check to see if this is working. Apple Podcasts, so let's just, takes a couple of seconds for it to update. Yeah, Apple Podcasts, yep. So I've been testing the Apple Podcasts page. I've now put it onto the website, the letmebore-you-to-sleep.com website. And everyone's working. They're all working as far as those links. Let me bore you to sleep. Let me bore your pain away. That's working. That's up to date. Jason's bedtime story time. That's working. That's up to date. Although I need to... Oh, I might do another one soon. Really? Please don't. And then you've got Monday's sleepy, boring objects. So, which is today. Now it works. I think it's also up to date, but no, it's not up to date. Unless it is, because the last one I got on there is the 11th of August. I'm pretty sure I've done a Monday's boring object since then, but maybe not. But anyway, that's all the links work on the website. So hopefully they should work for you. I hope. I spent pretty much all day yesterday working on that. Now, I hope it's done. But then I did get a message from Shana. I hope you got. I did reply, saying that, asking if I was all right because I hadn't posted any new episodes lately. So again, that worries me that it's not updating in some places. But hopefully it is. It's one of those things. It's just happened, and I just want it to be sorted now, really. You know what I mean? Just want it to be all sorted. All sorted. All nice and sorted now. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. So, before I choose a subject to discuss, what's happened since... Was it Saturday? Yeah, because Saturday I did the recording. I talked about bipolar and EUPD, which is emotionally unstable personality disorder with... I can never remember the word, impulsivity. That's what I was diagnosed with, impulsivity. Anyway, I talked about that, and yesterday was Sunday. There was some boxing early hours Sunday morning, but I've not watched it. Could have to watch it on playback. But then today, the rest of the day yesterday, I was working on trying to get the Apple Podcasts back online, up to date. And I was getting help from ChatGPT to help me tonight figure out what to do with the ones and which ones were the ones that were working, and testing the links and all that stuff. I've done my best. That's all we can ever really ask, isn't it? It never made the teachers pleased, but, I've done my best. Boy, you're not good enough. You got to try harder. I said, I've done my best. Didn't say I tried. I've done my best by, within the realm of not trying. I realised the other day that I never use any strength. It's like, when you pick something up, you just pick it up. But that extra strength that we've all got, when you I suppose the difference between picking something up and really using your body, really, I did that the other day and I was surprised. I thought, That's what I thought. I thought, ooh, what's that? There's a little bit of strength left in my body. At my old age, I still got a little bit of strength. And I undid the pickle jar. So that was good. That was nice. Not something I would have celebrated 30 years ago. But hey, it's little victories, isn't it, in life? Little victories. So I got a message, I think it was Friday, telling me my mental health nurse is going to phone me at the end of the month. I started increasing my medication, so I'm a little bit, not hugely disorientated, but a little bit, just a little bit. I've woken up early the last couple of days, like earlier than normal. And just being in it's a weird kind of, just felt a bit strange. Just a bit strange. Because I've doubled the mood stabilizers. You know, the doctor told me to double them. So it's like, oh. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that today. I'm going to talk about, what shall I talk about for my Monday's boring objects? Any ideas? Anyone? 20 minutes in, I'll start the recording. Anyone? For anyone? Earlier today, I did start to look at the images I make for this podcast. And I stuck it through ChatGPT and I said, what do you think? And it said, too busy. I thought, it's a bit rude. What they meant is the image was too busy. So I'm going to do it now. I'll do it now while we're talking. I'll do it and I'll show you. So I'll do yesterday's image, which was, Sunday's image rather, which was number 1435. Let me bore you to sleep, discussing my bipolar and EUPD. So let's have a look. I'll click on that. Please diagnose this image. I don't know if diagnose is the correct word, but I did a similar thing earlier on in the chat. Bearing in mind, ChatGPT helped me make the image, but I edited it and I added little bits and stuff. So I want to see what they think. In fact, I've done very little to the image, to be fair. Sometimes the image creates an image that I can use quite quickly. So it's basically diagnosing strengths and areas for improvement from an image that it created itself. Here it goes. I have reviewed the image and there's a diagnosis. Here's a diagnosis of its strengths and areas for improvement. Clear episode topic. The main text discussing my bipolar and EUPD is bold, large and easy to read. And Vinny's just farted. Like really. Wow. You'd think he'd wait until he'd eaten, wouldn't you? Normally I eat, then I fart. I don't normally fart while I'm eating. Calming background, the pastel gradient with the sunrise, sunset and rolling hills fits the podcast's relaxing, sleep-friendly theme. You know, I was just thinking, the last time I actually had a lady in this flat was, 2019, I think. And I didn't have Vinny then. And the whole time we were up here, so I got a pizza. I met her on a course that I was doing. And we got on really well, and she just came round. We watched the boxing together. Kind of like a perfect girlfriend, really, thinking about it. But hey, I self-sabotaged myself on that one. It's not funny, but I did. But we got on really well, and the problem is, so I got a Domino's delivery. There was pizza. She wasn't really eating much. I had cans. This is when I was drinking lots of Coke back then as well. So I was getting through about 6 cans of Coke a day. I don't drink any Coke anymore, really, apart from occasionally as a little treat. So if you imagine, I was filling myself with gassy water, but I couldn't let any farts out because it's not that I couldn't, it's just it didn't seem like the appropriate thing to do on a first date. And we'd kind of gone from being sort of friends to potentially more. You know, this was like the first step really outside of going for a coffee with her and a couple of other people from the group. And I'm sitting on a chair and I really want to let her fart off. And you could have said, well, you know, why didn't you go into a different room? She still would have heard it. Why didn't you go in the bathroom? Well, she'd have heard it 3 times as loud if it was in the bathroom. It's an echo chamber, isn't it? Why would you put a toilet inside the most echoiest room in the world? If anything, you'd think there'd be the most soundproofed room. But no. See, if I'd have had Vinny, I could have just kind of got him to sit on my lap and just let some out, hopefully not too loud, and blame it on him. So I could do the whole overacting, like, oh, Vinny, and I could be sticking my head out the window, go, oh, I can't believe you just did that. And I'd have to remember that it wasn't me that just farted, because I was so used to being on my own, living my own life and not having anyone else around. So I'd have to remember not to act like I normally do when I do a really smelly fart, which was the same pretty much, but sticking my arse out the window. That wouldn't have looked so good, would it, on a first date? You know, oh, Vinny. Like, oh, wait a minute. I messed up here. So it would have been really handy, but he wasn't born, so it couldn't happen, could it? I did have Andre, but he wouldn't fart. I asked him, he just refused. He was all over her anyway. He loved women. Andre did, a bit like Vinny, proper a woman's man. Woman's man, yeah. I don't know whatever you call it. He loves women. He likes humans. He tolerates me. He loves women. He's got like he's got 2 girlfriends in this little area here. He's got his mum and he's got his nanny treats. So he's got all these people that they're all women and he loves them. He's got a real thing for women, and all the dog walkers. He'll go to the men, but he'll go for the women if he can. He's just a proper little charmer, he is. Website branding, LetMeBoreYouToSleep.com is included in giving direct visibility to your site. Balanced layout, centered text with the background art keeps things simple and uncluttered. Missing podcast brand title. The usual template has Let Me Bore You to Sleep at the top. Here it's replaced by website at the bottom. This could weaken consistent branding. Okie doke. Normally you use a corner badge with the episode number, another badge with music. Because I've been working on a template, you see. These are absent. While the URL is good for promotion, the pink on pink lower background makes it slightly less visible compared to your usual dark bar at the bottom, at the top. So here's recommendations. For consistency with your saved template, I'd suggest put Let Me Bore You to Sleep at the top, keep main topic title in the middle, as is, add episode number, etc. for the badge, add the with music, without music badge. If you want the website, place it neatly at the bottom in a smaller contrasting colour. Oh, I'm going to say yes. They said, do you want me to build this? So I'm going to put yes. So I'm playing around with trying to get it to build me a template. And then when the template is, I can just add the new image, like a square image, to the template. And I'm also going to have, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday, also have it on the image, whether it's without music, with music, 5 or 10 hours, so that you can sort of see before, without having to read the title and stuff. So yeah, in fact, that would make it a little bit easier. Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? Yeah. In fact, I could perhaps get away without having writing it down, but I don't know. So that's kind of the plan. I'd like to get some kind of automated system. I think that would be... The problem with the automated system is, well, the main problem is I don't know how to do it. I've watched some videos on YouTube and I have looked into it, but it's a little bit complicated for me. And I don't know. It's not that I don't want to... What are you doing? This is changed. It's not sticking. Let me bore you to sleep. It's not sticking to what it said. See, now, let me bore you to sleep. Now it's got larger... I suppose it's... discussing... Right, I see. I'm not sure. It looks... Is this too busy, though? That's what I'm going to say. Is this too busy? There's quite a lot in one image. I think the idea is to make it as simple as possible. And I'm not sure. I've looked at the updated image, and here's my take. Branding is clear. Episode focus clear. The badges, music, bright and catchy eyes. Yeah, but they're the same colour, so I don't know about that. Website, neatly at the bottom. Possible issue, business. Having all 4 elements, main title, whatever, does make it feel a little crowded compared to previous simplified version. On small thumbnails like Spotify and Apple Podcasts, the badges and website text may look like extra clutter. Keep just one badge. Episode or music version. So I think I'll probably go with the music version. And move the website address from there as well. Yeah. So, okay. So I think I'm going to do this. And so I'm going to remove the website URL, remove, and keep just one badge. So music version. See what happens there. Because I think it needs to be sorted out. I'm doing this. I'm being very lazy because it's a bit of a cheat, really, isn't it? Because I'm making this recording, but actually I'm working on my images while I'm talking to you. But I am talking to you about making the images. So maybe that's what this is about. Monday's Boring Objects is making images. When I first started making podcasts back in 2006, making videos and stuff, what I would do is I would just use the image of me from the camera, the webcam actually at the time. And I'm just trying to remember how I made the images all those years ago. How did I make images? I genuinely cannot remember how I did them, because Canva didn't exist. I'm going to have to search. How did YouTubers create images 18 years ago, let's say? The term YouTube went mainstream in these early influencers began hacking YouTube to create the most viral. Okay, I never managed to hack anything. How did we make the images? It's not telling me that. It's just going on about YouTube. I think, when did YouTube... I think I just basically took an image from the recording, the video. But I must have made some images at some point. I mean, you know, apart from the last 10 years. But even 10 years ago, how did I make images 10 years ago? It's such a long time ago. But it's not that long ago, so I must have done something. Create images 15 years ago. Images have been created for over 15 years. What? It's talking about the first photograph in 1826. No. I mean, I wasn't using professional software, I don't think, to make my images. How did I create? I don't know. Create podcast images. I'm just having a look. Graphic design software tools that were available at the time. What was available at the time? Podcasts would have used softwares like Adobe Express, which allowed them to create and edit images and a user-friendly interface. Oh, really? Is that what I used then? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did. Maybe. That seems a bit weird. How has that gone out of my head? Unless I just did use Adobe. Perhaps I did. I mean, I use an editing software. I mean, I imagine I would have just taken an image, made a video, and just used that image for, like, saved it as a podcast shaped image. But I've been making images for a long time, long before AI, did all this stuff, and long before Canva, although I've been using Canva for a long time. So before ChatGPT and all these things came along, I had to have a little break because Vinny was budding. It's really weird. I can't remember. But I do remember I started using Canva probably probably 7, 8 years ago. How long has Canva been around? Canva been around? 12 years. So maybe I've been using it for 12 years. I used to use it for free. Now I pay. I think it's, I don't know how much a month it is, £12 a month something. Because I use it every day and I use it for multiple things, and there's certain things you can't do, like background. You can't remove a background unless it's like paid. And to be fair, you couldn't do that before. It's amazing how it's changed and improved over the years. See, if I look at some of my really old images, if I go back, I say old, but podcast images, YouTube images, podcast, PP, where does P, podcast images. Right, wow, I've got here a folder with 722 images. Blimey, that's a lot, isn't it? Especially if they're all different. Some of them aren't different, some of them are just copies, but there's a lot. So I'm just looking at some of the ones going back to the earlier days of doing this Let Me Bore You to Sleep. Ooh, okay, let's have a look. I'm thinking maybe like Let Me Bore You to Sleep 200 or something like that. Nope. Oh, 494. Oh no, this is the different thing. No, this is hypnosis stuff. Bloody hypnosis, it gets everywhere. Oh, no, it's 985. That's no good. I want to find one from kind of pre-2019, when I was probably up to, I don't know, 500, 400. Relax. 993. Nope, that's no good. Ooh, 493. Nope. Okay, so let me bore. It's all older ones. Why? I don't understand. I mean, even this one, no, it's 13th of January 2023 was number 953. So, Vinny, no barking please, mate, that's enough. You've done your barking, no more, okay? Okay? Good boy. 682. So this is the 1st of July 2021. $682. How's a picture And a happy anniversary, Kevin and Vanessa. Wow, that was nice of me. So that was an image that I did from a photograph. I put pictures together about Shakin' Stevens. It was some of the stuff. It was just an image that I found online, maybe, and then I added stuff to it. So I've got 939, Let Me Bore You to Sleep, ouch. And it was from the 24th of December 2022. So basically, it's me. It's me when I fractured my back and I fell down the stairs. And this is a weird one, okay? Because you know where they put you... Basically, I had... Do you know the robe you put on when you're about to get an x-ray? But it only does up... It only does up one side. Or doesn't do it... Like, if you put it in through the front, your bum shows. So I had to have two on. I got another one, the other side, so it kind of covers both sides of me. And for some reason, bearing in mind I've been waiting for probably 12 and a half hours, so I look a bit rough, to be honest. Probably the same as normal, really. I could have just got up. That's probably, I probably look as the same there as what I do now, except 2 years older. Nearly 3 years older. So there's a picture of me. I remember I asked someone who was also waiting for an x-ray. It was an MRI scan or whatever. Which was a little bit probably wasn't the right thing to do, actually, but I asked someone to take a photograph of me on my camera, on my phone, and they did, and it's very well lit because it's a hospital, and there's a picture of me holding her, doing a little twirl in this dress thing, and it's in a picture frame, and with a word, a big ouch word, a bit like the old Batman TV show. You're like, boom, woof, ouch. It's that kind of sound. So that's the kind of images I was putting together. Yeah, it probably wasn't very considerate of me, was it, really, to asking someone to do that? Whoops. I've lived here nearly 8 years, so this was the 18th of... What? Oh man, what's it going on? There was a particular... I was just looking at a picture, but I've lost it. There was a particular image that I really liked. I went through this little phase where I'm putting together quite funny images, but it really was a bit of a slog doing it. It took ages and ages and ages sometimes. Right, what do I want to do? View, sort by... View, group by, sort by image. I want an image. File type. Okay, type. That's weird. It looks to me like I've lost a lot of images, which it's not that weird, really. I mean, I've lost so much stuff over the years. I haven't saved them. Why haven't I saved them, though? I wonder if it's got 200. Let's say, like, number 200. Let's see if I could find... Because number 200 would be probably 2019, I reckon. 200? 200? No? What about 300? 300. 300. Nope. No images. 400. So no images for the first 400. Wow. Ooh, no. Ooh. $500. Nope. This is going to take me past 2019, surely. Nope, not even 600. 700. No. Oh well, I can't find any. But there was some good images. So what I used to do back in the day, it's not that long ago, not like a really long time, and I try and figure out what it is I spoke about, because sometimes it might be hard to believe, but sometimes I will finish a recording and I won't know what I've really discussed. As I said, it's very hard to really believe that, but yeah, it's kind of true. And sometimes I really rack my brains trying to remember some kind of detail, something that will capture the essence of the entirety of the recording. First of all, for a title, and then for an image. So, I can maybe work on the image from the title. For example, if I'm talking about, I used to work in insurance, or I worked in a chip shop. I don't know if anyone knows that about me. I used to work in a chip shop, and I could do an image of me working in a chip shop. I mean, I don't know how good it would be, but just saying. So I'm distracted by all the noise outside. Why have they got to make so much noise? No volume control, that's what it is. No volume control. I'm just trying to think. I don't know why there's so much. Oh, okay. What goes? Okay, I can't. Some of the stuff on Facebook is just really ridiculous. It's just really, really ridiculous. Did you know that Jason Bateman was in Little House on the Prairie? No way. I know he was in Teen Wolf 2. Jason Bateman. Jason Bateman. See, here's a weird one. He's 56 years old. I'm sure, I mean, whether you agree with me or not, he has been around forever. And I don't mean, yeah, he's been around for 56 years. He's slightly older than me. He's 9 months older than me. But, no, 7 months older than me. No, January 69, January 70, no, he's a year and 7 months older than me. Vintage has farted again. He appeared in several commercials for Golden Grahams in 1980 and began his television career on Little House on the Prairie as James Cooper, an orphan boy who, along with his sister, is adopted by the Ingalls family. From 1982 to 1984, he was a supporting character on the television show Silver Spoons as Ricky Schroeder's bad boy, best friend Derek Taylor. He also appeared in Knight Rider and okay. The show's had his first starring role as Matthew Burton on the sitcom It's Your Move from 84 to 85. In 87 he appeared with Burt Reynolds on Men's Team in the inaugural week of game show Win, Lose or Draw. See, that's what I'm saying. They've missed out a big bit. The Hogan family. I remember that. So, yeah, because he was in Teen Wolf 2, because I don't know why what's his name didn't want to do another Teen Wolf. But he kind of seemed to be another version. Well, not another version, but like a similar kind of character to Michael J. Fox, in a sense of they were both in Teen Wolf movies, and also because, although that was a failure according to this, but leave the Teen Wolf 2 alone. But he also was in a sitcom, because, you know, Michael J. Fox was in, I don't remember the name of the sitcom. Anyone? My Family or Family something? Family Ties? Wow, no, don't tell me. Have I really... no. If I remembered something really pointless. Family Ties. And don't... no, I'm not looking at it on the screen. I didn't cheat. I didn't, I promise you. Family Ties. Who was in it? Michael J. Fox. Yeah. And, see, I remember this bit as well. So, who were we looking at? Jason Bateman. And let's have a look. Who is his... has he got a brother or a sister? Oh, he's got a sister. Justine Bateman. And Justine Bateman was in Family Ties. Meow. Family Ties. So I remember that. I do. Family Ties. I liked Family Ties. The weird thing about it is I don't remember. So it started in 82 and finished in 89. I used to watch it in the early 80s. The thing is, what you might not know about the UK of England, Britain, part of the Commonwealth, is, used to be part of Europe, is that with American TV shows, we were always really late getting them. always like, sometimes like 6 months, if not longer, behind in seeing the TV shows. So how it worked out in a weird way, and it was very strange. We'd be watching your Christmas version of Cheers or Roseanne or Golden Girls, for example. We'd watch the Christmas version in the summer because we were out of sync. As far as I'm aware, because now with Netflix, and I don't know about normal TV because I don't really watch much of it, but we kind of caught up. And it's not really, I don't think there's really any reason to have different dates for different years. You know, as far as, I mean, I'm not talking about having everyone do the date the right way, as in like the day first, then the month, then the year. Of course, that'd just help, wouldn't it? Help everyone to be perfect. But they've got their reasons. I mean, like Sky or even Netflix. There was a time Netflix would just keep adding shows and keep adding shows. Now they take them off. They still add new shows, but they take off shows. I'm guessing it's because they haven't got enough room. That's what I think. And here's another question, and maybe it's just my internet. Maybe it's just my television. Maybe it's just my eyes. But what I've noticed is that Netflix has got the worst picture out of all the streaming services. Unless you pay the full price of £17 a month. Which I'm not going to pay. £17 a month. £17 a month if I get all the streaming channels at the same time. Netflix cost. This is UK. UK per month UK. Basic plan is $5.99. That's with adverts. Standard plan is $9.99. What? Right, so additionally the standard plan with adverts has recently increased from $4.99 to $5.91. Okay, so it's now $5.99. Yeah, standard plan without adverts has changed from $10.99 to $12.99, and the premium plan, which is I think that's for HD, I think. Is it me? You might say it is, might not be. Shouldn't HD just be based upon the TV? If you've got an HTV ready TV or 4K, whatever, then it kind of makes sense that, I don't know, I'm not a business, I'm not a streamer, I don't stream movies and TV shows. But I'd want to give the best customer service possible and give the best picture quality possible all the time. Just, I don't know, it just makes sense. I'm not having a go at them. I mean, I love them all, but it makes sense to, why would you offer a reduced quality service because you're paying less money? I've got the real prices now. $5.99 is the cheapest membership as an ad-supported tier that allows subscribers to watch on one device at a time with no downloads available. that, I mean, it used to be $4.99. Okay, it's a few years ago for everything. It used to be just one price, I think. But I think they might have offered like an extra price to have more devices, if I remember, like a couple of pound extra. So then there's £12.99 a month standard subscription. Viewers can watch in HD on 2 devices at a time. And that's without adverts. So that's what I've got. The reason I've got it is, to be fair, is because the boxing was on and there was no charge for the boxing. So it was worth paying the money to get Netflix, because a pay-per-view fight is often like 20 quid, if not more. So, you know, that's why they're putting the boxing on for free on Netflix, so that people will subscribe, I guess. And then you've got £18.99. £18. It's £19 per month premium subscription. Viewers can watch in ultra high definition where available. That's the big one, where available, on 4 devices at a time. I don't know. What do you think? It just seems a little bit excessive, man. £19. Can we say it all together? £19, nearly £20 just for Netflix. I saw a video the other day on YouTube saying that you can get all of the stream everything for one price. Stream everything for one price. The videos is paying for and do that simply. That's what I want. I want just everything for just one price. So if I want to, because even Amazon has started doing it. You know, you used to have Amazon and you'd have all these different things connected to Amazon. Now Amazon's broken up into like HBO Max and Paramount Plus and all these different channels. And like, really? Really? Dear Jason, I've noticed lately your podcasts have just been you moaning about things. I was wondering if you can sort this out and get back to talking nicely and being a bit more positive. Thank you very much. Long time listener. Ta-ra. Okay, blimey. Thing is, in the UK, what's this got to do with making images? Oh, come on. Stream everything for one price, UK Amazon Prime. Because I'd like to have all the Sky channels. I mean, I subscribed to all the sports channels on Sky for Uncle Sausages. I ended up signing up for a 6-month contract. I don't watch any of the sport on Sky anymore. I would if there was boxing, but they rarely have any boxing. They haven't. There's no boxing contract with Sky anymore, which means I'm literally paying £26 a month for nothing for 6 months. I mean, it was used for a couple of weeks, you know, so can't moan about that, but it would have cost a lot more if I'd done it. I should have just done it monthly, but I was being optimistic. I just didn't want to do it for 1 month. I don't know why, but I just didn't feel right. So UK Apple TV Watch Now. There's got to be a streaming service where I can just watch everything. I don't know what Vinny's doing. He's searching. He's always looking for a way to be naughty. You're looking for a way to be naughty, aren't you, Vinny? Compare TV and movie streaming services. So this is the best Amazon Prime Video. I'm on Amazon Prime Video because I basically pay for Amazon Prime anyway. So it's just, I get Amazon deliveries. So it's not really, it doesn't cost me anything extra for the videos because I use Amazon for deliveries. That's what I'm trying to say. You just said it twice. I know. Sky Store. So you can buy films individually. No thanks, generally. Netflix. Already gone through them. Discovery Plus. The basic is £3.99. Free if you're a Sky TV subscriber or EETV, so I'm not. Or including TNT Sports, £30.99. Wow. Disney Plus, standard with adverts. Again, never used to do that. Just used to be a good price. Used to be about £5 a month, just standard. And now they've changed it. So with ads, £4.99 a month. Without ads, £8.99 a month. Or premium, £12.99 a month. Apple TV, £8.99 a month. Really? I mean, they don't. Well, first of all, you can't. Apple TV, it's kind of limited. They've got their own stuff, haven't they? But it's not like you can go on there and you've got infinite amounts of things to watch. I mean, I imagine in the future, if they keep buying stuff, keep making new shows and stuff, it will be great. And there is some really good stuff on there. There is. But £8.99 a month, and you've got ITVX Premium, £5.99 a month, which I will be signing up to because Big Brother starts next Sunday. Big Brother. And I think it's going to be the longest ever series. Yeah. Honestly. So the 28th, Sunday the 28th of September, a new breath of fresh air, life is breathed into my soul for a little while. I love Big Brother. I've got a friend who I only talk to when Big Brother's on. It's true. We contact each other all the time, every day, by text, sometimes on the phone, between, in the adverts and stuff, for the entirety of Big Brother. And then we don't talk to each other, contact each other at all the rest of the time. So this happens 2 times a year for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. It's weird. It's kind of weird. I quite like that relationship, actually, because there's a reason for it. And I like there being a reason for things. Mubi. Does anyone know what Mubi is? I don't know. Mubi, $11.99 a month. Or Mubi Go with a weekly cinema ticket, $18.99. I got no idea what that is. TNT Sports, nope, not interested. Sky Sports, a 24-month contract. No, I don't do that. You know what? Why don't I get Sky TV? Would it work out cheaper than all these different other things I'm going? So I got Now Sports. That's what I'd got. So it's £34.99 a month. It's $14.99 for one day. Used to be $9.99 or $8.99 at one point. $14.99 for just one day of sport. It's ridiculous. And that does not cover pay-per-view events. £34.99 a month or £26 a month with 6 months Saver membership, which is what I did for Uncle Sausages. Now, he already had Sky, but he didn't know what the password was in order to log into the laptop. So I just got Now Sports for him. I also got Now Entertainment and Now Cinema, 6 months for each of those as well, because I wanted him to pretty much have everything. So I signed up with Netflix, which I've not signed up. I joined Netflix again, subscribed, but I wasn't with Netflix at the time. I just wanted him to have a choice. So I did. I got my iPad and deleted everything off of it, apart from just the whatever you want to call them, the apps on the screen were just for, you know, sports channels and movies, TV, and also for Netflix as well. But it kept, it didn't work out. But still, like, I gave it a try. I did my best, and sometimes all you can do is your best. Now Cinema, $9.99 a month, or $6.99 a month with 6 month Saver membership. $13.99 a month with 6 month entertainment and cinema bundle. Now, what I'm going to say about Now TV. So basically, Now is it's the app version of Sky. So for those that don't sign up for Sky, like a 24-month contract and stuff, and I'd still be with Sky if they didn't put up the prices. So when I moved in here, I got Sky. Andre was a little baby still. Because I remember when the bloke turned up, why didn't I get a decent TV? I don't know. But I had this little TV. It wasn't tiny, but it was still, I still should have had a bigger TV really, considering having like this package of movies and TV shows for the first time ever in my life. It was brilliant. But they gave me this big discount. And then when the contract ran out, which was maybe, it was either a year or 18 months, something like that, they put the price, they hiked the prices up. Why is it called hiking? I suppose because people climb up a mountain. So they mountaineered the prices really high. It wasn't double the amount, but it was like, this is ridiculous. And I said, look, I've been with you for years with internet and with telephone. You know, I don't know if I had, but if I had, I would have said that. But I might not have said it because I might not have done. So I made that little bit up. But I think it would make sense if the circumstances were correct. That would have made sense to say that. But they wouldn't drop the price. I said, please. They said, no. I said, please. They said, don't, it's saying it louder. Just repeating it and saying it louder does not make any difference. I said, oh, okay, I'm going to cancel. And they said, okay then. I said, no, When I say cancel, you're supposed to try and talk me out of it and give me a cheaper price. They said, no, I can't do that. Oh. So yeah, it's a shame. I really liked it because the good thing about Sky TV is, I guess it's the same now, I could pause live television on Sky. So if I needed to go do a wee wee or a poop, I could, or make a cup of tea, or answer the door, answer the phone, during a live broadcast. I could, and I quite like that. Now there is a limit to it, and I'm going back 9 years, so it's a while back. If you leave it on pause for too long, you lose that. But it was still cool. It's a certain amount of time you can pause it. So it's a shame, but saying that, Now TV is the equivalent. It's basically got Sky Sports, Sky Movies, Sky TV. Everything that you get pretty much on Sky, but it's on Now TV. Now, when you go to cancel, they offer you a deal, unlike Sky did when I went to cancel. They actually offer you, they don't want you to leave. The app's so much friendlier. It's like, oh, Juicy, where are you going? Where do you want to go? Why don't you stick around for a little bit longer? And I went, no, it's too much. Now Entertainment, it's $9.99 a month. And I don't want that. I said, well, you could just pay $13.99 a month, but for 6 months. I said, no, you're right, I don't want to pay 6 months. He said, you sure? What about all these things you're going to miss? There's all these programs you haven't watched. I said, no, don't care. Are you sure you still want to cancel? I said, yeah. Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do for you. I will give you, for the $13.99 was for both the entertainment and cinema bundle. Otherwise, that wouldn't have made sense. So why would I pay more? I said, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you Now Entertainment, like all of the TV shows, for just $4.99 a month for the next 3 months or 6 months. So it's gone from $9.99 a month to $13.99 a month for 2, down to $4.99 a month, which would mean you get 2 for 5 for less than £10. It's like, go on, you want to. It's like, okay. I've been, I guess I'm just a sucker for love. I really felt loved by the app, I could feel that positive energy squirting out of the... Where would it squirt out of? I don't know. It would squirt out of the computer, maybe, the phone. So in the past I've done that, where it's offered Now Entertainment and Now Cinema, and it's ended up costing me less than £10 instead of what it was costing me before, which was £20. But then I'm stuck in a 6-month contract. But Netflix doesn't even attempt it. You go to cancel Netflix, I said, are you sure? I said, yeah. I said, bye then. That's it. See ya. I mean, sometimes they even like to say, see ya, I'm not going to miss you. It's like, what? Nothing. Then you hear another voice, they'll be back. Like, that's just rude. They don't put any effort into keeping people. Netflix. In my experience in the UK, I'm pretty sure Netflix used to, like a decade ago or something, they used to sort of offer people maybe a discounted rate to stay, but no, not now. Again with Disney, I think Disney is the same. I don't think it offers any kind of discounts. I might be wrong though. Apple TV, I think it's just $8.99 a month, but you do get a 7-day free trial, which is pretty cool. Amazon Video, Prime Video, you get a 30-day free trial. And in all fairness, I mean, you got Prime Videos $5.99 a month. Vinny's just farted again. Wow, that's like really pungent. Oh, Prime monthly, including video streaming, premium delivery, and Prime Video, $8.99 a month. So the thing is, $8.99 a month, which is $8.99. No, I didn't know this. Amazon Prime annual sub, including video streaming, premium delivery, and Amazon Music, £95 for the full year. I did not know that. No. I pay for Amazon Music separate. I mean, Amazon... Do I? Is it Amazon or Apple Music? I don't even know. I don't know. It's one of them. Amazon, I think it's Amazon Music I use. I used to be on Spotify, years ago, but I just find the layout of Amazon Music better. Just preference for me. Unless it's Apple Music I use. I've got no way of... Oh, yes, I can. Wait a minute. If I go into my iPad, I can look it up and check. Because otherwise that's going to really bug me. Really. So let's go to... So apps. Where's the apps? Subscriptions. Apple Music. So what was I looking at? Amazon, wasn't it? Amazon Music. I'm pretty sure you can get Apple TV and Apple Music like a discounted rate. I use Apple Music every single day. It's probably the one app I use the most now. I listen to it for hours with music, classical music mainly, to be honest. And the two apps I use the most is Apple Music and YouTube. And I've got YouTube Premium simply to get rid of the adverts, because that is also my source of music as well as videos and stuff. And I also listen, sadly, I listen to my own podcast on there. It's probably a little bit sad, isn't it? I do apologise. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. It wasn't my fault. I tried my best. I tried. You might like Apple One. Since you have Apple Music, you can bundle and get even more at a lower price. Okay, like what? Enjoy millions of songs, over 200 games, Apple original shows, and more. And movies and more. Save when you bundle them together. Premiere? What's Premiere? Oh, I got you. So family, not family. I think Premiere is kind of like share it with everyone in the world, maybe. Now, let me have a look at this. I need to upgrade my iCloud, which is going to cost me $6.99 a month. So that's an extra £4. Apple TV is $8.99 a month. Ooh. With 50 gigabytes of storage. 50 gigabytes? Let's just see how much storage I'm getting at the moment, shall we? I'm getting 200 gigabytes of storage already. So that 50 gigabytes of storage isn't particularly exciting. I nearly fell for that. Nearly fell for it, I did. So let's have a look. Start saving. Individual. iCloud with 50 plus. Nope. Family. 200 gigabytes storage. Nope. It's no good for me. Apple Cloud 2.7. No, 2 terabytes of storage. That's good. But £36.95 a month. £36, should we say altogether? £36.95 a month. A month. No. No, that's all I'm saying is no. No. It's a little bit too much. So if all I've got to do, if I need to increase my storage, it's 200 gigabytes I've got on my iCloud. I can upgrade it to 2 terabytes and it'll be £6 more a month, which is pretty much the best thing to do, I guess, because it's, yeah, although I don't know, oh yeah I do. So I'm just another little ting. So that's done. I'm currently using 199.4, so hopefully it'll start to kind of, my iCloud will start to get converted again. The thing is, it's quite handy. Well, it's not handy. It's necessary to have an iCloud because of using the iPhone and the iPad, especially with all the different recordings and the images and all the different things I use. So I'm just going to have a look at this. What is this Mubi? Wait a minute. Let's have a look. Netflix, Discovery, Disney, Mubi. I seem to have started talking about TV streaming. What did I start talking about? Images. That hasn't kind of worked out, has it? That's a bit strange. Mubi Go. Browse. Notebook magazine. About. Okay, now shown on Mubi. Hot milk. Okay. Oh, I think it's kind of indie filmmakers. We believe cinema should be viewed on screens of all shapes and sizes. Our curators scour film festivals for the most exciting and original new films, which we bring to the big screen with the same care and attention we give to our curated platform. So it looks to me like it's a film. I say film buff, but it was someone that really, really loves movies, as in independently made movies. Which I'm neither one way or the other with this, because some of the great movies were low budget independent movies, and no, I can't name one. I can't. No, wait a minute. What was the... Yeah, I can. Give me 2 seconds. I'll think of a movie that was low budget and independent and a surprise hit. Also, it's worth remembering, not for any particular reason, but just for the sake of this particular conversation, sometimes a big movie star will work in a movie or act in a movie just for the love of cinema. So instead of getting paid $10 million, they might just settle for the fees, the costs, or maybe just do it for free and perhaps take a percentage of the profits if it's successful, which is more likely to be successful if it's got like a huge star in it, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a movie that was low budget. There's been loads, isn't there? So I probably miss anything by Steven Spielberg. Or I'm sure that his early things weren't high budget. Vinny's begging me. What is it you're begging me for, Vinny? What is it, baby? What is it, Vin? Are you okay, mate? What is it? It's so funny when he does this. He's sitting on his bum, got both his hands up in the air. He's like a little rabbit. He's just looking at me, but his eyes are so bright, and his face are looking at me like really. Because right now he's now standing on my feet, and he wants something, don't you? Your tail's wiggling and wobbling. What is it you want, Vinny? What is it you want? What is it, darling? What is it? You're looking over there. What is it you want, baby? You are so cute, you know that? Yes, you are. But I don't really have much to give you. I can't get any TREEEEEEETS until Wednesday. Gonna have to make do without any for a few days. Well, it's just a couple of days, isn't it? We'll get by. You've got food, innit? You got food. You're not going without food, are you? No, you're not. No, you're not. No. Anyway, that brings me to the end of this Monday's Boring Objects, which ended up talking about streaming for some reason. Should I be a bit more organised? Perhaps. But isn't that part of the fun? Of literally not knowing what the next word coming out of my mouth is. Not knowing what I'm going to talk about. Even though I decided to talk about images. I mean, technically, I did talk about images in a sense of streaming services do provide images, but moving images. All it is, isn't it? It's just a collection of images. It's basically just a glorified flip chart, really, isn't it? A movie. Yes, it is. So I'm going to go. Tomorrow is Trivia Tuesday. If you've got any really, really random, weird ideas for tomorrow's Trivia Tuesday, then please just leave a message underneath this when I post it on my Jason Newland's boring group. Or you can just post it on there. Just post like, idea for Trivia Tuesday. Obviously I can't do all of them, but I'll choose one. Yeah. So if you're not a member of Jason Newland's boring group on Facebook, please join. There is a link on my website as well if you want to click on it. So thank you for listening, and remember to be kind to yourself. You deserve to be happy. And remember to be gentle with yourself, because you deserve to feel safe. And when I say gentle, I mean internally gentle. As far as the things you say to yourself, I mean. Noticing the words you use about yourself. Noticing the tone. And noticing how you feel from how you speak to yourself inside and how you think. And maybe start to realize how much nicer it is when you're being kind to yourself, when you're being gentle with yourself. So until tomorrow, lots of love. And from me and Vinny, bye.